Okay. So thank you very much for the introduction, Ash. And yes, I have been in Vicky's lab for a while, but my journey started as a Bachelor of Science student. I didn't really, my entire undergraduate degree, have any intention of doing postgraduate research, but in my third year, I was doing a fantastic pathology practical subject run by Sophie, and I got talking to my demonstrator who was doing her PhD in Vicky's lab about her research. And the idea of being in a lab and doing that research really interested me, so the following semester I did an undergraduate internship subject in the Lawson lab and really liked it. So that took me to want to do honours the following year. And when it came to selecting an honours project, it was kind of tricky for me. There were a lot of different projects that I found interesting, but I knew that I had got along with people in the lab that I did my internship in and that I kind of wanted to continue that project. That's one thing I'd stress, which really is talk to people who are in the lab that you are applying for, because these are the people that you will be with for a year if you're doing honours, 2 years for a master's, and you really want to get along with them. And I had a really great honours experience. It was a busy year, but yeah, I loved it, and I decided to then progress on and do a PhD. But between finishing my honours and starting my PhD, I got offered a research assistant position in the lab, just continuing the project. And the day I submitted my honours was the day I started my RA position. And in hindsight, it was good money and good to keep the project going, but I should have had a break because I had a week off and then I started my PhD after that. So it was quite a busy time. And yeah, I continued on in the same lab. But in my first year, I started to understand and I got into the PhD and I thought, okay, what am I going to do after this? And I know it's quite early in the first year of a PhD, but I started to attend some of the industry engagement events at the Doherty, where you get to talk to people who have gone into alternate career pathways after their PhDs. And it was through this process I started to understand what other industry careers looked like and understanding what the translational pipeline of research is. And that started to really interest me. And I had supportive supervisors who I spoke to about this and said, awesome, so do your PhD and you can take on some extra responsibility, such as being involved in the launching of Nucleate, which is an organisation aimed at facilitating research through education. And through this process, I've been able to, do my research, but also get some industry experience and set me up for my next chapter, which hopefully will be an industry-based career, but you saw before it can lead you to a lot of different places. So that's my journey. Hopefully that's useful to some extent, but I didn't just want to talk about myself the whole time. I've got some tips for success in honours and masters, and this is some stuff that I found especially helpful. So the first one, which is discuss expectations with your supervisors early. That's both time in the lab, so how often you're expected to be there in the lab and then also in the office doing work. And then that can also help you understand if you're able to work on the side. So as an experience, I worked casually on the weekends, and then when it came to writing up my thesis, I stopped and just did my honours because I wanted to do well. Secondly, try and determine what you want to get out of it. So honours and masters can be a great time to get a breadth of experience if you want to do a few different research-based things, or you can become an expert in one specific thing. If you have an idea of that going in, it can really help make sure the experience is beneficial for you and set you up for that next step. Staying on top of deadlines is a big thing. You've got coursework, experiments, writing deadlines, thesis, oral presentations. Make sure you know what your deadlines are, work back to make sure you have enough time to prepare for them. And because you have a lot of deadlines, it can be really easy to feel overwhelmed. So if you need help, just ask. It's very normal during honours or masters to feel very overwhelmed, and you'll have a big support network of people in your lab or supervisors, but the university also has lots of resources to reach out to, so don't be afraid to ask for help. Speak about your long-term goals with your supervisors, whether you want to get into med, do a PhD, go into industry. They can help, and it's really good to be clear about what you want to get out of it because it's a two-way street as well. And finally, it's a really busy year for honours or 2 years as a master's. Make sure you keep up your balance outside the lab. So do your hobbies, and the Doherty has lots of activities like social soccer on Wednesdays, run clubs on Mondays, and lots of other social events. So yeah, good luck. I'm sure you'll be good, and you'll be around after if you want to chat.